Hi, I'm Ruth Ann Norden,
I'm Syas Nitsick.
and today we're still talking about writing as a business, and part of that is going to be your marketing.
Right.
But we're going to take this in a different angle of making marketing fun, which is thinking outside the box. You want to say what the typical marketing approach is? What we usually hear?
Well, usually you kind of telling people that you got a pre-order out there and
Or
that
a
your
book
book is
sale.
launching. I mean, your book is released and such and it's kind of dry.
Right, and sometimes people say, I got this kind of review on the book, and that's kind of
Right, exactly.
about it.
Yeah, and there isn't a whole lot more that goes with it.
Right.
But
They might show like a book cover.
Right,
Something like that.
definitely.
That's better because at least there's a visual.
Right, and then
a book trailer, a little
and
more of a visual, but we're talking about doing something, having fun with it.
right.
So it's not like, you want to bring people in to watch it, and if at least they're not going to buy the book, at least they're going to enjoy.
Right, and then some of them might watch it and then buy it.
It could pique
Yeah.
someone's interest, and we're talking about marketing for your target audience, not marketing towards other writers.
Right, exactly.
Your audience, unless you're writing a book geared towards helping writers, your audience is not going to be the writers.
Right.
So what you're thinking about when you're marketing is what's going to appeal best to the potential reader.
Right.
So did you want to?
Well, I've just said some things that Ruth has done just recently have just been a lot of fun and a lot of awesome, really awesome.
Well, I've had a lot of fun with it.
One thing is a book launch page.
Right, and I'll do the link to book launch, and I'm also gonna put a link into an example of what we've done with like the book launch page, because I think instead of just saying the book launch page, what's really neat about it is you can link up, like there's my Amazon link, my iBooks link, my Kobo link, Smashword. It's all there in one place.
Right.
And that makes it so easy. And at the bottom, people can share it on Facebook, Twitter, if they want to share it. And you can have your bio, and you can even make your bio a little fun.
Right. Instead of a typical bio, we made it fun.
Right. Right. Because I think what we did in ours is that the characters from the book are endorsing, or they're either endorsing the book or saying, "Do not read this book."
Right, exactly.
And either one, it can be done a lot of fun.
Right.
Or sometimes the characters are kind of bickering a little bit between themselves in the endorsements.
Right, and you don't want to do, like we did this for our anthology. So there's 4 character
but you can
images on there. You also want an image to go along with that character. I mean, so you try to look and see where you can find one. Like I had my character, Hugh is sick, and so he looks like he's about ready to die.
He's disgusted
and then I used a passage from the book where the gal
I guess can't. It could be, you could give just a little snippet, a passage from your book that might.
Right, and that's what I did. Just a little snippet where just because she comes in there and he's drawn to her, but he doesn't want to be drawn to her.
And you can also put videos.
Right, you can do that.
We haven't done that yet, but you can also put a video in there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And what we do is we take we like to go to Dreams Time. We go to Dreams Time and put a picture. We buy the picture. Very important.
Right.
Just buy the extra small. You don't need something that big, and you just put it in there for their picture. And then you just put the name and what their role is in the book. And then we do give credit to the photographer at Dreams Time, just to be nice. It's a courtesy.
Right, and then like my character Hugh, at the end he says, "I wish she's making me fall in love with this gal, and I don't want to go and follow."
Yeah, so he doesn't like what the author did.
Yeah,
he's unhappy. Saying that, and I'll use that to kind of lead into blog posts.
Right.
That I've been doing. As I recently in a blog post, and I'll link to it so you can kind of see what I did. I had one of my characters resign. I'm in the middle of writing the book, and the character's just like, "I've had enough. This is my resignation letter. These are my complaints." And from there, I did spin-offs on what the other characters aren't so happy with this guy either. So they're kind of, pitching in. And so they're all having that. But I have found those kind of things, like that book launch page, like that method that we did, and these characters, they're just not happy. They're going to have their say and stuff like that. Those have had the most positive response from the readers.
And I think it's because the reader chuckles.
They do.
Laughs,
they just laugh, and it's hilarious. Another idea is if your character isn't happy, and I recently did this too. Okay, so I let the character resign, brought in a new character, total opposite type. So, I kind of did a play around because I already had written some stuff. So I put in what I'd already written for the old character. And I said, okay, here's how the scene changes because there's a new character.
Right.
But then, just to be funny, I slipped in a little thing where the heroine unlocked the door and went into the hero's bedchamber. And the new hero, okay, because in the old version, that guy didn't like it. She just unlocked the door. In the new version, I just had, like, the new hero's like, I didn't lock the door. Why in the world are you, like, using a key to get in here? It's like, the author must not have edited that out. And he's like, maybe this hot love scene will be so hot no one will notice. And she throws the key away, and that's where I end it. But it's just stuff like that, like, oh, the error. There was an error I made in their rewriting of this book. Kind of poking fun and stuff like that. Like, it's hard to get a polished version and stuff, but also have fun at your own expense. And I know this is I get some reviews from time to time. You're not really historically accurate, Ruth. And I understand that's a weakness, and I'm working on it. But one of the things I thought, it'd be fun to take a character and make that same complaint, because when you do that, it becomes really funny. And what I'm saying is, don't be afraid to make fun of yourself.
Right.
When you realize, I'm weak in an area and I do need work, having a character say, well, good grief, you couldn't even give me a picture that's appropriate. I'm wearing jeans, and I'm wearing a t-shirt, and I'm a woman, and I'm like, in a historical Western, what am I doing wearing this?
Right. Just
like
have fun with it, and we've been working on some for our anthology,
So if you
actually my new book that's coming out is what we did.
Right.
And she auditioned to...
Right, so if you can work with another author, like, we were friends in real life, and we have, 2 books together, and one of the neat things is that she's writing her current work in progress, so I did an audition for the role of her heroine.
Right.
And then, of course, I did a lousy job, and I'm not saying I'm an actress anyway, but, that I'm, like, aspiring. And then she responds, so we're going to put these in blog posts. But we're going to do this together, and I'm going to put my thing on a blog post. We're going to do the same videos on each other's blog posts. But we're going to go, like, a day delay between.
Right.
And we're going to do, like, 1 post a week to keep people going. And so I did my audition. I sent it off to her. And so I have that in my post. And then the next post is going to be the bloopers that happened during the filming of the thing. And so the 3rd week, she's going to have, like, the taping of, like, her response to what I did. And then the week after that, we're going to do the bloopers of her response. And from there, we're going to go into a war. And I've already taken these pictures, like a road closed sign. It's like, Ruth, this is not for you, road closed. No way. You just don't belong here. So we're going to do, like, some pictures for a couple weeks. And then after that, we actually have, like, a video where I do a retake, and then she sits down and we're actually talking together. So we have, like, but where this is all going to lead up to, because I'm focusing on her next book, we have a book coming out in a couple months. So it's going to end, in December. So it's going to end at the point where the characters from the book we were going to have coming out pretty much right around that time period when it's released. The characters from that book are going to say, why in the world are you focused on this other book?
Right.
That's not going to be out for an entire week. When we have a book right here, and here's the book launch page for everyone to see.
Right. And one of the bloopers was Ruth is visiting me, and she's staying in my bedroom at my house, and we were sitting there doing a video, and all at once there was a spider on her pillow.
There was really a spider.
There really was, and she says there was a spider, and of course I didn't believe her.
No,
I thought she was just being
yeah.
funny, and there really was. So that was so funny
Right.
That was so funny. So you have some things like that happen, and just kind of make things lively.
And I think if something like that pops up, you're like, there's something over there. Make that a blooper.
Right.
And then go on and maybe take a picture, like a huge, like just exaggerate. Here's this big spider that was there. And you're like, yeah, it's more like this.
Right,
So,
exactly.
I mean, you have fun. If something pops up during this thing,
people just love that kind of thing,
Yeah.
So, just be fun with it. I mean, go ahead and do the traditional kind of things that you do.
You can mix that in.
But mix this in too. Make this a fun time.
And and another idea is if you want to be a character.
Right.
Like in a video or something and tell someone off. But I think video, blogging, and all this stuff, they can all work together.
Right, they can. Anyway, we'll continue.
Yep.
So we'll see you the next time.
Yep.